Good evening, everyone. I am Kim Hostetler, and I am reporting live from the Forest Hills High School tailgate party. This is an annual tradition, and I believe we have been broadcasting this for at least 13 years, and if I recall correctly, this is the 21st year for this tailgate party. Pretty neat stuff. Well, in a moment, we are going to be walking just behind. Look at that crowd over there. It is a fantastic crowd. And if you look actually above that crowd, you will see some gray skies and some clouds. So we're hoping that the rain will hold off here and that we will have a wonderful evening of football and tailgating tonight. So why don't you walk with me, and we are going to check out some of the clubs and organizations and see what they are selling and all the delicious food that we could be buying right now. Let's get this interview out of the way so I can go grab a bite to eat. Come on. And my first victim is Miss Rebecca Williamson. She is a member of the chorus, and she was the first booth that I came across. So Rebecca, what are you selling tonight?
So we have a variety of baked goods here. We've got everything from gobs to brownies to like 20 different kinds of cookies. Mr. Vassis just bought the cookies that I made. He said they were really good.
And I see him standing over there too. So everything's good with those cookies. No poison or anything in them, right?
Oh, no way.
So what are you raising your money for?
So all this money supports the chorus, and they support the different field trips that we take. We go and sing at the nursing home every winter. We sing at the Festival of the Nativity downtown with a bunch of different choirs that come in, and they raise money just for the robes and all the different music we buy, because that all adds up.
Yes, it does. It definitely does. So, well, boy, I wish you all the best. I hope you sell a lot of goodies, and I will definitely be back to buy some cookies.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Thanks for joining me, Rebecca. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
And with me right now is Mrs. Jennifer Raptosh. And Jen, what are you selling and for whom?
We are out tonight for cystic fibrosis, which benefits Aaron Hostetler's Scholarship Fund and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. JCJCET sponsors it. It's our first year at the tailgate. We're so excited and know it's going to be a great success.
Wow, first year. I thought that was a new sign. I don't remember seeing that. And obviously, Erin was a niece of mine, and awesome girl, and just taken away too soon. And cystic fibrosis, my goodness, all of my sisters, obviously my sisters all went to Forest Hills, and I know we do that for the Peters girl, is that correct?
Yes.
For cystic fibrosis, who suffer from cystic fibrosis. So two wonderful causes here to raise money, and all of that will go towards scholarships?
It's all going towards scholarships and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, putting it towards the volleyball marathon that's held in March. We're hoping to beat the record of 5,500 this year, so we're setting our goal high and starting early.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me, and we should wish you the best of luck in raising all the money you can.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. And look who I tracked down. This is actually Mr. Kurt Vassis, I almost said president of the Forest Hills.
Yeah, I'm not that.
No, you're not the president. No, you are. This is Mr. Kurt Vassis, and he would be the principal of the Forest Hills High School. And Kurt, this is the first year we were able to track you down.
I do a pretty good job hiding sometimes. So I like to blend in. All the attention should go to the kids and the organizations, and this is a great event. I mean, we're really thrilled about the turnout so far. It's early yet. I think it's a little bit after 5. So one of the biggest fundraisers that we have collectively for our groups. Some of the groups really rely on tonight so they can do what they do during the year. So we're excited about the turnout.
It is. It's a great turnout. Have you taken a look around? Have you tried any of the food? We know that you bought cookies right over there.
I did, and I have to say Rebecca's cookies were very, very good. It says you will not regret it, and I didn't, so they were excellent. I had pigs in the blanket. It wasn't the full pig, it was chopped up, and they put those over mashed potatoes. That was really good, so I can vouch for that. The problem is I want to eat everything.
I hear you.
And I'll run out of money and room. So
that's the point. Run out of money.
I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I told Rebecca, whenever she said she's sold you some cookies, I said, well, he's still standing over there.
That's right.
So obviously we're good to go. And I said I'd like to get through these interviews so I can grab a bite to eat as well.
Absolutely, you have to. If you don't get something to eat tonight, and if you don't find something you like, then you're not going to find anything. So, but yeah, I'm glad everybody turned out, and I hope that the crowd even gets a little bit bigger as we go on. And like I said, great fundraising opportunity for our organizations.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you so very much for even allowing this to happen. It is a great affair. And thank you so much for joining us. I won't grab you now for the next 2 years.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, Kurt. So look what we just came across. It's the Drop of Blood. And the Drop of Blood's handler, what's your name, sweetie? Alexis. And Drop of Blood, am I calling you by the right name?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Oh, could I ask, what are you doing here at the tailgate?
We're trying to get people to donate blood, October 4th.
October 4th? I'm sorry, I didn't know if I should interview your eyeballs or your nose. October 4th is the blood drive?
Yes.
And,
It's in the high school gym.
okay, in the high school gym. Awesome. So everybody who is watching, let's hope that this is broadcast before October 4th. What do you think, Mr. Elias? Will that be a possibility? Oh, he's saying, I don't know. Well, hopefully it will be. So if you have October 4th open, is that a weekday? Do you know?
That is a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Please mark your calendars October 4th for the Forest Hills High School Gymnasium for the high school's blood drive. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You look awesome. And if it rains, you'll be good to go. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Alexis. So we were drawn to this tent. If you can check this out, this is such a beautiful, beautiful tent. Is this yours, Nicole?
It's part of the athletic department's tent. So yeah, it's the school's.
Excellent. Well, we really like it. It is absolutely beautiful. Joining me right now and peeking behind Mr. Elias's shoulder is Mr. Scott Lashinsky back there. You could come over here on the other side of the camera, Scott, if you'd like. Maybe later. Okay. So joining me, as I was saying, this is Mrs. Nicole Kerr, and she is the head coach of the Forest Hills High School girls volleyball team. What are you selling over here, Nicole?
We are selling homemade buffalo chicken dip, homemade chocolate chip cookies. It's a secret recipe, and fudge.
Wow, secret recipe. Nice. I might have to come back over here. And what will your proceeds go toward?
It's just going towards our boosters and just to kind of help build our fund throughout the year.
Very good. Well, we hope you sell an awful lot today. Thank you so much. So we strolled the whole way up to the end of the tailgate party, and down on this side, we've got the cross-country team, and they are doing some face painting, as you can see, and they're also doing hair. And with me right now is Lacey. She's going to tell us a little bit about what we're raising money for, and maybe tell me a little bit about your season too, Lacey.
So usually in the old middle school, we were able to have an invitational, which allowed us to raise a lot of money. And since then, we haven't been allowed with a new school. So we needed an alternate way to raise money. So we decided last year that we were going to start doing, to get Ranger ready for the game, we were going to start doing hair and face paint and braids. Braids have always been a big thing just for the team. We're having a pretty successful season so far. We're 4-0 in dual meets, and we won the first invitational of the season. So the season's looking pretty good.
I am so proud of you. Actually, I follow Forest Hills Athletics on Twitter, and I see your name quite a bit on there, dear. So congratulations to you and to the entire team. So we've got, let's see here. What do you say? Can you get a good shot of these girls? And look at the talent with braiding hair. This is awesome. Not only does it make them look beautiful, but it's helping raise school spirit. So, well, congratulations on a great season so far, and wish you the best, Lacey, and wish you all of these girls and the boys. Where are the boys? Where are the boys? They can't braid hair?
They don't really like to help out with the hair, I guess.
You need to get them over here face painting at least.
Or get their face painted.
I totally agree. Well, thank you so much for joining me. What do you say, kiddos? Are you excited for the game?
Yes.
What's going on tomorrow?
We have a cross-country invitational.
And where is it, honey?
Altoona.
Well, we wish you the best. And this one over here, you said you have something to say?
Go Rangers!
Yes, go Rangers! Woohoo! I think we've made our rounds here, and to be honest with you, I'm getting a little hungry, so I'm going to wrap it up just a little bit before we turn it over to Scott Lashinsky and Jim Lashinsky, who will be calling the game this evening against the Somerset Eagles. I did want to put a little plug in, though, for Forest Hills. I'm not quite sure if any of you are aware, but we've got some wonderful social media that is out there for Forest Hills now. One of them is on Twitter. The other is YouTube. We are broadcasting events just like this, the tailgate game and the tailgate party and various games of all of the sports here at Forest Hills. And the last one would be, help me out, Mr. Elias, Instagram. Yes, so you can find Forest Hills on Instagram, YouTube, and also on Twitter. So make sure you do a little search and start to follow us on each of those platforms for social media. I think my stomach is asking for some hot sausage, so I'm going to head back this way. Thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck to the Forest Hills Rangers this evening.
Welcome to G.H. Miller Stadium here in Sidman, Pennsylvania for a very special night. Why is it special? Well, Rangers are playing football, so that always means it's a special night. Tonight's a little bit different. It's a night that involves the community in a bigger way than just a football game. We've held a tailgate party for 21 plus years now, I believe, where the community comes together and different organizations from Forest Hills School District sells everything from all kinds of food to rally towels and souvenirs for kids and face painting, and it all takes place right outside the stadium before they get to come watch the Rangers play football. So it's not just a football game, it's a special night here in Sidman. I'm proud to be here. I'm Scott Lashinsky. This is my dad, Jim, and we're going to bring you the action tonight on our Forest Hills channel. Excuse me, here comes an eclipse. And here to tell you a little bit about the Ranger and Golden Eagle matchup. I'll hand it over to Jim.
Folks, besides the fact that we have a great football game looking forward to tonight, we also have a lot of footballs bouncing around and a lot of coaches wandering around. But tonight's game is a mirror image with these two teams. They both start out with a 1-2 record. They have a common opponent in Chestnut Ridge, and Chestnut Ridge Lions have defeated both the Somerset Golden Eagles and the Forest Hills Rangers. Both teams started off with a tough loss and rebounded in the second week of the season with a nice win. Equally, last week, both teams met defeat again. Forest Hills at the hands of one of the best teams in the area, the Richland Rams. Scott, I think it wouldn't be a real surprise to see Week 10 come around and the common opponents that we were talking about, Chestnut Ridge and Richland, I wouldn't doubt if those two teams meet undefeated in Week 10 for the conference championship and a spot in the district playoffs. So we have a lot to look forward to throughout the rest of the football season, but also tonight in Forest Hills. You know, Friday Night Lights is special all across the country with high school football. But for some reason, in Forest Hills, in the Forest Hills community, it is very special. So looking forward to a great game and looking forward to working with you again. Scott?
Sounds great. Yeah, that Week 10 matchup, I didn't think about that, but boy, two undefeated teams, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if this Forest Hills team happens to be third behind those two undefeated teams. It's going to be a great night for football. Enjoy the broadcast.
the officials for tonight's game. We see the officials are on the field waiting for the Rangers to come out of the locker room. The officials for tonight's game, referee is John Garetano. The umpire is Zach Hallman. Linesman is Steve Winterstein. Line judge is Jeff Lyle. The side judge is Bill Kraus, and the field judge is Bill Sheehan. These officials are from the Altoona area, and we welcome them to Forest Hills.
Strike up the band. There's a sign that the Rangers are getting ready.
Here they come.
Leading out of the locker room, number 12, the quarterback and the all-purpose do-everything senior, Adam Cesari, highly touted, highly recruited football, baseball, and basketball three-sport star for the Forest Hills Rangers.
Might not be the last time we say his name tonight.
I would be surprised if it is. And they say that Adam is a lot more than just a quarterback and a leader. He's also an example setter, an emotional leader, and you can see him bringing out the Rangers with his Forest Hills flag.
Wake up, it's game day, as Adam likes to say.
And it's also rain day right now. Here comes the rain.
Along with the Rangers, the rain came. They brought it with them. Oh, and look at the people putting the hoods up, opening the umbrellas.
Oh, my goodness. It was beautiful for the tailgate. Thank goodness for that. But, wow, just in time.
Wow. It's magical almost. The Rangers came on the field, brought the rain, and the umbrellas are going up all over the place. You can see the fans scurrying, putting on jackets, rain jackets, umbrellas are going up.
I guess we spoke too soon.
That's right.
We almost got away with a day without rain.
I was having a conversation with Joe Geronda, our athletic director, prior to the game, and we were joking around about the umbrellas and the pop-up tents, and he said, "Oh, we're not allowed to put up pop-up tents." I guess there was some controversy over that.
Oh.
Yes. So, but I've never seen some pop-up tents here. I've seen umbrellas in the past, but
yeah.
This PIAA, the state organization for high school athletics, recommends that only the captains go to midfield for the ceremonial coin toss. However, District 6 has received, and the Laurel Highlands has received, special permission to do a sportsmanship handshake. As the players go out, you'll see the squads line up and stop at the hash marks until the ceremonial coin toss is completed, and then both teams will approach each other at midfield for a sportsmanship-like gesture, a handshake, a good luck, and pat on the back, which is a special dispensation basically from the PIAA to do this. Referee John Garetano is at center field. The captains are coming out. For the Rangers, of course, Adam Cesari, and number 21, Forrest Wolfhope. Number 65 is Adam Velasco, and number 28 is Chase Hudson, the captains for the Rangers. They receive last-minute instructions from referee Garetano.
Try to get you Somerset's captains here as well. Looks to me like number 8 is Dylan Thomas. Number 55 is Ben Geary. 33, Spencer Yutzi. Yes, I'm sorry. 54 is Jacob Hamp.
Somerset will be receiving the opening kickoff. They will be to our right, the west end of the field, receiving the kickoff, going west to east, right to left on your television screen.
I can't speak for the fans, but players aren't going to mind playing a little bit of rain like this. You just hope you don't see any of that lightning and games are forced to be delayed, as the Rangers have experienced already this season in Bedford.
I don't know if you're taking a look at the Rangers right now as they take a knee at center of the field. And if you notice, the coaches were off to the side. It's a statement of our society this day and age. coaches cannot lead a team in prayer. If there's going to be any kind of prayer set, it's going to have to be led by players. And that's what Forest Hills tradition has been for years. Coaches are off to the side, and of course they're kneeling also. And it is not during the national anthem.
Kneel to pray, stand for the flag, right?
Absolutely.
All right, politics aside, let's play some football.
Dylan Fyock is teeing the ball up for Forest Hills at the 40-yard line. Colin March is a deep receiver, number 4 for Somerset. And we are ready to get underway.
Looks like Tyler Rios along with him back there. Sometimes kickoff's always an adventure, you know. How deep does it go? Especially when the conditions get sloppy. We're underway.
Ooh.
The kickoff's mishandled by number 1, Tyler Rios. The Rangers are swarming in to make the tackle, and the Eagles are going to start deep in their own territory around the 14-yard line.
I wonder how many times we will see a ball mishandled today, perhaps because of the slippery conditions, the rain coming down. I know as an official they will do their best to keep the balls dry. They will probably be getting balls in from the sidelines as often as they possibly can. The umpire is usually in charge. He has a towel with him, trying to dry the ball off between snaps.
Yep. You can see the ball boys on the sidelines. There's one down there by you, Kim, that's holding the footballs under a towel to keep them best possible condition for our players.
I expect to see Somerset with a lot of running plays tonight. I'm not sure how that'll pan out, but it starts out with a belly play.
Pretty nice hole there for number 24, Dustin Hyde. And I'll tell you what, from talking with Coach Landis of Somerset, I think we're going to see a lot of Dustin Hyde. He plays linebacker and here running back on offense. He's got a nice hole to start the possession.
Brad Bart, number 14, is their junior quarterback. He gets the ball, hands off. Adam Cesari, two-way player for Forest Hills, makes the stop. The starting quarterback, Brad Bart, for Somerset, is making his first start of the year. He is a junior, and he was listed as a starting quarterback all year long. He's returning from an injury. This is his first start, and I believe he's an excellent ball player.
Yeah, got hurt playing baseball, some kind of non-throwing shoulder injury or something, Coach was telling us, but nice to see him healthy. Rangers string that play out to the sideline.
First down yardage.
Made the cut back in. He's out close to the 30. That is good enough for a first down. There's Coach Ross Carpenter looking on.
And I think we're going to see quite the opposite plan of attack here between Somerset and Forest Hills. I think we'll see a lot of the ball in the air with Forest Hills, unless the weather prevents that. And Somerset, I think, will keep it on the ground. Bart with a keeper. Stacked up by the Rangers.
You know, in no way would Somerset be disappointed to get 4 or 5 yards a pop and keep the sticks moving and keep the clock moving. Keep
Absolutely.
The ball out of Forest Hills' hands, out of Adam Cesari's hands, and that high-powered offense. So, you know, like you said, probably going for more of a lower scoring, clock-munching type of offense here.
Now, speaking of lower scoring, Somerset has averaged 9 points a game for their first 3 games. One was a win at Bishop McCourt, and the other 2 were losses.
There's your boy Hyde again. Looks like Adam Cesari on the tackle. And
Third and 4.
Excuse me, Hyde's out to the 36-yard line. 3rd and 4. Let's see if the Rangers can make a play and force a punt. Nice penetration in the backfield that time.
Brings up a 4th down, probably a punting situation. Looks like we have about a 4th and 4 to go.
Aiden Velasco bursts into the Golden Eagles backfield there to wrap up the ball carrier and force this punt.
Deep for Forest Hills to receive this punt is number 5, Jake Shope, and number 13, Dylan Fyock. They're standing around their own 25-yard line. Wow, the snap was muffed, and a lot of pressure put on the punter, and there's a short punt, maybe of about 8 yards, and Forest Hills would take over in great field position inside Somerset territory at the 44-yard line.
The game of field position, man, you can't underestimate the importance of getting off a long kick there as opposed to what happened there. Rangers now taking over in Golden Eagle territory, a lot shorter of a field to go.
43-yard line for the Rangers, 1st and 10. Cesari on a rollout.
Adam gets about 2 on that play as Somerset strung the play out nicely, and Adam eventually just ran out of real estate as he was forced out of bounds.
I think we can give him 4 on that, Scott. We'll make it 2nd and 6.
Oh, he did get farther than I thought, yeah. Jake Shope split out here on the near sideline. Adam fighting for his life back there in the backfield. There comes the flag out.
Late flag by referee Garitano. He's waving off the flag.
And so the flag was thrown, just so everybody understands, for intentional grounding, meaning that Adam did not have a receiver in the area of the pass that he threw. After conferring with the side judge, it was determined that number 32 was in the area of the pass, and that was Jason Wissinger that was deemed to be close enough to waive the penalty off.
And that's a good piece of officiating there. You talk about it, and you, if you have to eat the flag, you do.
Right.
You make it right.
But boy, some a botched handoff attempt there in the last play too, and some confusion. Adam now rolling out to his left, finds Shope across the field. He makes a cut, puts a foot in the ground, goes left towards the left sideline, bobbing and weaving his way down.
Big first down to about the, 20-yard line?
Yeah.
About 22.
First and 10 for the Rangers.
Nice quick pass there, puts it in a spot where Jake can not only make the catch, but has room to turn and get upfield after the reception.
Sari hands it off to Zangalia, up the middle, picks up about 2 yards on the play. And I think it's important for Forest Hills, but also for both teams, to mix in a little bit of their strengths, their weaknesses with their strengths. And this year so far, for sure, a weakness for Forest Hills has been their running game. Strength has been their passing game. And to keep each one honest, you've got to kind of use the run to set up the pass and vice versa.
Yeah. That was, for example, to back up your point, it was only Zangalia's 12th carry of the year. He's had some big ones, though, averaging 7.5 yards a pop on those touches. Cesari takes that one down inside the 10, I believe.
I think we've got about a 3rd and 1.
You talked to Coach Landis before the game, who was very generous with his time and talking with us. You can tell a guy just loves to talk about football. And very simply, when asked what to expect from the Rangers, he replied, Cesari.
And he also said our best hope to contain him is to pressure him. We want to put a lot of pressure on him as a passer and when he runs. And we've seen that attempt from Somerset so far.
We have. He said expect some blitzing and send in some extra guys. It's trying to make life uncomfortable for Adam. Drops back to pass. He's very uncomfortable now and has to throw that one kind of into the ground so that it would not be intercepted. Pass intended for Jason Wissinger out in the right flat.
You know, statistically, you look at something like that and you say, that's an incomplete pass. You know, it was not. It was an incomplete pass, true, but it was a good pass because the receiver, receiver was covered. If he would have tried to hit him, he could have had an interception. So, you know, throwing the ball at his feet, you're not going to get an intentional grounding call.
And before that, he avoided a sack that would have been a 6-yard loss, too.
Exactly. Forrest Wolfhope is spread out to the left.
The give is to Zingalia right up the middle, off left guard. And he did get that tough yard to gain for a first down.
First and goal. Six minutes, 10 seconds on a turning first quarter clock. Cesare brings him up to the line. Wolfhope again is split left. Jake Shope right.
Adam rolls left. He wants to keep it. Cuts it back. What a nice job of an open field tackle over there.
The textbook tackle. He squared up, used his shoulder, wrapped up, put Adam down.
Not an easy guy to bring down by yourself, especially out in the open field. But like you said, great job by the Somerset defender. Second down, 5 yards to go.
5 seconds on the play clock.
Ball came out. Looks like Somerset has recovered. And there's the official signal. It is Somerset's ball. There's one where Adam wanted to get the ball out from center, come up and throw a quick pass out to the sideline. And, you know, the conditions, I want to think, have something to do with that. As you see Adam ask for a pair of gloves right now, maybe find a better grip on that ball.
The ball just really seemed to just slide out of his hand as he put his arm up to arm back to throw it. All right, we've got Somerset makes a big stop deep in their own territory. They take over 1st and 10.
What a stop for the Golden Eagles. They started on a short field. With Forest Hills knocking on the door, they got the turnover they were looking for.
They defense bent, but did not break. They bent, but did not break. And they pick up a nice gain of about 5 yards on that running play. 2nd and 5.
Kim, how hard is it raining right now? It's hard to tell.
You know, it's mostly like a hard mist. It's not like raining, but it's just enough to make it a little bit miserable here.
Right. There's Hyde pounding his way through the left side of his line.
Up to the 20-yard line. Nice play. Fyalk and Richardson makes a stop for Forest Hills. Timeout on the field. It is a first down. Stop the clock, move the sticks.
Dustin Hyde, only a sophomore. Big, strong kid. They're not afraid to feed him the ball. In the previous 3 games so far here in this still relatively early season, he's got 28 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's over 5 yards a carry. Getting a lot of tread on his tires while he's young here, and I'm sure he'll be a big part of their future going forward. Looks like Aiden Belasco again in on that stop.
Speaking of Somerset's future going forward, Scott, Somerset starts 7 underclassmen on offense, 6 underclassmen on defense. Their quarterback is only a junior. I understand they have a very promising 8th grade program. They're looking forward to the future. The next couple of years looks bright for Somerset Golden Eagle football.
Yeah, you could hear it in Coach Landis' voice that he, these kids here he's very proud of, and they're fighting very hard, but he's very encouraged about what's coming.
Big stop by number 65 for Forest Hills.
I believe
Aiden
that's
Blasco.
55. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. That was 65.
Aiden Blasco on a big stop in the backfield.
My goodness, he's in the backfield as much as their quarterback is.
3rd and 10. First pass by Forster, almost intercepted by Cesare.
You could see Adam kind of have a read on that as the quarterback was forced out of the pocket and had to make a difficult throw on the run. Adam had the break on the ball, throw just a little behind the targeted receiver. Nobody got a hand on it.
Kareem Buchanan was the intended receiver. He is a sophomore, 5'8", sophomore.
Somerset back to punt here. Let's see if this one goes a little better than the first one.
Oh,
much better. Uh-oh, he's got room.
We also have a flag.
We do have a flag down here right near midfield.
49-yard line. I think we're going to get a block in the back.
Dylan Fyhawk was able to catch that punt kind of on a run, had a full head of steam already.
The natives are restless here. They're saying he had him in the shoulder.
So you mean Forest Hills fans disagree with the call that goes against him? Unprecedented.
It's kind of a tough situation right there. We had one official who was pretty close to the play, passed on the call. Another official further downfield threw the flag, and with a block in the back, it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. We'll take it back to the Ranger 41-yard line.
I heard one fan actually express concern that the official has legally lost his vision. I don't know if that is factual or something. I'm going to do some fact checking on that and look into it. It would make it more difficult to officiate a game.
All you guys cut on officials, I'll tell you.
I didn't agree. I did not agree with that. I didn't see the play. Chances are he got it right.
Cesare brings him up under center. Trying to go for
that ball's up in the air again.
Oh, no.
And now they're calling it incomplete. But, you watch TV on Saturdays and Sundays, they're going to look at that one 6 or 7 times. Is the arm coming forward? Is it an empty hand? We don't know. The official's got to make a split-second call there. And this time he pleased the Ranger faithful.
And that was a tough call, and it's easy to go either way on that one. But and I'm sure the Somerset crowd is saying that was a fumble. But at any rate, Forest Hills dodges the bullet, brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Adam having some ball handling issues here today, although that time, it was knocked out by a great Somerset pass rush too.
And I think you're going to see a lot of those white jerseys putting pressure on number 12. Oh, nice.
Great ball, great catch.
Sangalia picks up 16 yards for Forest Hills first down, takes it down to the 43-yard line.
And just like that, how the tables have turned. What looked like a disastrous play ends up being called incomplete. Next play, calm, cool, and collected. Cesare finds Zangalia down the left side for a great pickup.
Ball is now at the 42, 1st and 10. The Rangers on the move. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Got twins out here on the near sideline. Looks like Seth Richardson and Jake Shope. Adam rolls that way. Zangalia throws him a block. Frees Adam up the near sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds. Yeah, pushed out of bounds kind of late. Coach Bailey certainly feels that there was a little extracurricular activity after the play, or at least a late hit.
I think.
All right, yes, they are complaining, and the referee is saying it was inadvertent.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That action's right down there by our sideline
Yes, sir.
reporter,
I actually
Kim.
picked up the camera and started go because I thought he was coming my way.
She didn't want to get her legs taken out.
Now,
So that was the official's explanation there, Kim, that
Yes,
it was an
he said-
inadvertent hit.
Yes.
Okay.
And Ross Carpenter was definitely questioning for his team.
2nd and 1.
Jet sweep type of action there is a quick handoff to Shope, who was coming in motion across the formation. Adam just turns around and hands him the ball. Depending on the spot here, did we get a first down?
Calling it short, 3rd and less than a yard.
That is just short then. Would you have asked for a measurement there?
From here, I would say yes, but down on the field,
Right, different angle.
Angle is different.
There's a great picture there from our camera. Almost looking right down the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff to Zangelia again. Certainly think he got enough for the first down.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. We're under a minute to play here in first quarter action. And Rangers are driving again. Last time came up short just on the doorstep with a turnover.
Still no score. We have a flag from the linesman across the field. That usually indicates at this point either someone has illegal equipment, maybe a dangling mouthpiece, or encroachment. Let's see what the signal is. A false start. We have a false start on the Rangers.
Wow.
Someone set and moved. First and 15.
Coaches will not be happy with that penalty.
Jake Shope flanked out to the right. Zangelia the back in the backfield. Cesari looks for Shope. He's wide open. And he completes it for a long touchdown. 35-yard touchdown pass from Cesari to Shope.
That is a great throw from Adam. Give Shope credit for beating his man off the line of scrimmage. He had him by 3 or 4 yards. And Adam, with a nice 3-step drop, just put it up in the air and dropped it in the bucket. Let Shope run underneath of it to give the Rangers the first quarter lead.
Sometimes that's the hardest catch for a receiver to make when there's no one right beside you.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah, that's right.
The ball's in the air. I'm all by myself. All these people are watching me. What if I drop the ball? And a good hard pass in the middle of traffic. You're not thinking.
Bad snap on a conversion attempt. Cesari picks it up, tries to throw it.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Cesari throws that ball to Corey Colbert, number 30, for a 2-point conversion.
And that's how they drew it up.
With 22.7 seconds left in the first quarter, Cesari throws a touchdown pass and comes back with a bad snap on the attempted kick conversion.
He's throwing it fading away off of his back foot, hoping somebody runs underneath of it. And there's Mr. Colbert saying, thank you very much. I'll take my first two-point conversion. From disaster to success. And was it a bad snap? Was it mishandled? It was hard to tell.
It looked like the ball hit the ground before it reached the holder, and it careened back. Cesari ran back, picked it up, and off his back foot.
No, there's nothing to lose on a play like that if you're Adam, correct?
Correct.
Even if it's intercepted.
It's dead.
It's a dead ball. So you might as well throw it up and see what happens.
Now, it's different in the pros, of course. They can return that, but this is high school rules.
Jim and Scott, Brez came over and was talking to the ref and had said, if our center feels that the ball is wet, can he stop and ask for a new ball?
And the response?
Yes. So I'm sure, the penalty there just a little bit ago with the false start.
I was going to say, Kim, I bet you that's what led to that false start.
Yes.
Maybe perhaps the center was trying to get the Get a dry ball. That's good insight. Thank you.
Sure.
Flyhawk tees it up for the Rangers at the 40-yard line. Flyhawks kick. Taking it to 15. Up the middle. Nice return by the Somerset Golden Eagles. Takes the ball to the 42, 43-yard line.
That's number 1, Tyler Rios. He caught that line drive kick. Yeah, like you said, a lot of penetration right up the middle of that kick coverage team.
Good field position for the Eagles to start with 12.9 seconds to go in the first quarter.
We'll get one more play here to end the quarter, barring an incomplete pass. And I fully expect them to just continue to try to pound the ball. While it's still a one-possession game, you certainly don't think about deviating from any kind of game plan that you had.
As you said earlier, it's kind of the game plan, I would think, for Somerset to pound it into the middle and keep it on the ground, run some clock, and chew up some field.
Got a bunch trips formation out here. There's another bad snap. This one looks like it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Still bouncing.
I think
Somerset recovered it.
Yes.
1 or 2 Rangers at least had a chance to fall on that football.
Yeah, pointy ends on that football make it bounce kind of funny, and you never know which way it's going to go. And this time, we have a penalty on Somerset for a false start, or it could have been an illegal formation. It's declined.
So with an illegal formation, they let the play run?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because they have a chance to reset and set up to make it a legal formation.
So when they snapped it, they were in an illegal formation.
Right.
So you let the play develop. And obviously the Rangers will take that. It's a loss of 8 on the play, 2nd and 18.
Right, decline the penalty and take the play.
Man, have we seen some trouble from center to quarterback in snapping here, or center to holder as it may be.
For both teams.
Sure.
And that play, that will end the first quarter with the score of Forest Hills Rangers 8 and the Somerset Golden Eagles 0. As the second quarter begins, Somerset will put the ball in play. 2nd down and a long, I'm going to say about 18 yards to go for a first down. And they're going to go to the air, try to go to the air for the 2nd time today, I believe. And there's a flag in the play.
He's walloped out of bounds by Adams Asiri too. I'd kind of go out of bounds a little more willingly next time if I were him.
Flag on the play, holding against Somerset. They're going to decline that penalty, I believe, Scott.
Yeah, they already have him backed up behind the sticks pretty good. This will bring up 3rd down and still very long.
Referee John Garretano signals the declination of the penalty.
Declination?
I don't know, I just made that up.
I thought they declined it.
They could have. That could have been what happened. I have to check that on Google.
Tell you what, the guy gets a smartphone, he starts making up words.
Direct snap.
A little misdirection play there.
And
there's another direction.
Yep.
Zangelia chases him down from behind, and Rios kind of has to. I'm sorry, was that Rios? Rios decides to just kind of cut his losses on that play.
Zangelia gets a sack. Credit for a sack. Brings up 4th and just about a country mile. I'm looking about 31 yards for a first down. I would say this is punting time.
I don't expect a fake.
No.
Boy, what a possession there for the Ranger defense. They were flying around, having some fun out there. That's a high, kind of short punt, spinning backwards. A fair catch is called by Shope right near midfield.
49-yard line. You know what? I think in these conditions, that was a wise decision. He
I
secured
agree.
the ball. First and 10, Forest Hills, 49-yard line. Early in the second quarter.
Well, we've seen the Rangers with field position almost exactly like this before and have a mount a great drive to start the game, and they ended up turning that one over near the goal line. But I'll tell you, you'll take field position like this anytime.
Just had a signal from the referee Garetano, is a sideline warning for Forest Hills. In other words, they're getting too close to the sidelines with coaches and players, and the first time you do that, you get a warning. Second time, it is yardage.
I know that Coach Brezovic has been a highly touted get-back coach around the league here for some time. Maybe he's a little off his game tonight.
No, Coach Bailey just emphatically told his players to back up. And Forest Hills calls a timeout. First timeout of the game. 11:02 in the second quarter. Forest Hills leading 8-0. As the officials gather to make sure that they're all agree on how many timeouts have been taken. I have a little story about one of my friendly officials, an official from the Forest Hills area, was doing a game the other day, and there was a stadium that did not have a lot of room on the sideline. Well, a play was going down the field on the sideline, and he ran headfirst into a cheerleader who wandered too close to the sideline.
Uh-oh. The poor girl, she okay?
The official's hat fell off. The official caught the girl before she hit the ground.
Oh,
she was
Thank
fine.
you. Oh, good.
The official had a cracked rib.
Ooh.
Yep. And he
goodness.
has been taking a lot of ribbing about that since.
Well played. I see what you did there. Ribbing.
Yes.
I would never want to mention Don Skinsmoss's name
No,
on the air.
never.
About that.
You can't do that.
Because he would be embarrassed.
No.
So we'll just keep his name under
Yes.
wraps.
Good man. Good official. Hope his chest is feeling better. Cesare with a fake and goes nowhere.
Was there a miscommunication there? Was it supposed to be a handoff? He looked a little
perplexed there.
Yeah, a little panicked, like, I still got the ball here. Don't know if I want it.
Yep. 2nd and 10.
Good penetration, though, on part of Somerset.
Coach Landis from the Golden Eagles did express optimism for his team in the future. He did say that the beginning of their schedule this year is like murder's row, with, between Chestnut Ridge, Richland, and Forest Hills. He thinks that he's got the toughest part of his schedule right in the beginning.
And don't forget they opened the season against Bishop Guilfoyle.
Right.
A 3-time defending state champion, Bishop Guilfoyle.
Tyler Rios makes a stop on number 21 for Forest Hills, Forrest Wolfhope, and pickup of about 7. We'll bring up 3rd and 3. Cesare hits Wolfhope on a quick out.
I haven't seen Forrest get free yet, but I'll tell you, it's fun to watch him move because that guy can pick him up and put him down. He can really move.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, exactly.
Rios emphatically had Wolfhope out of bounds.
Like 2 fakes on a kind of a scissor action inside by the running backs crossing. All the while, Adam keeps it and just takes what he can get as Somerset doesn't bite on all the action in the backfield.
Zylstra, Riley Zylstra brings him down.
Brings up a 4th and 1, and when you're here, with the Rangers moving the ball, I don't think you want to. I'm not sure here if we're punting.
I think we're short. Forest Hills, yeah, there you go. They were short 1 player.
They are, play clock down to 5. Let's hope they can get this off.
It is a fake
snap.
Cesare takes it and gets first down yardage.
Yeah, it's an interesting formation there brought out by Coach Bailey. You had Adam Cesare in kind of like a shotgun or a pistol look, but you had Shope behind him that you still have to respect the punt. So what it does is at least it takes one Somerset player deep in case there's a punt and he's got to receive it. That was interesting.
And I guess Coach Bailey figured the risk was worth the reward if, the defense of the Rangers has been stout so far. Let's take the risk, and in worst case scenarios, we put the ball in Somerset's hands around their 40-yard line. And we have another flag. I think we have an illegal substitution on the Rangers. That's correct.
I'll tell you, that's 2 plays in a row where the substitutions haven't been as smooth as we need them to be.
5-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 15.
Rangers getting in the huddle just now, getting in and out of the huddle quickly.
8 seconds on the play clock. Cesare brings him up. Down to 2, gets it off. Looks downfield,
He's
throws
got a
along.
man. Forrest with a double move. Goes up and high points that ball. What a great catch. That is indeed a completion as the official marks it down. And I'll tell you, if you get a chance to see Forrest at the beginning of that play, he put on a great double move. Got the corner to bite a couple steps, and then he got to see him turn on those jets. Ball actually a little underthrown. Otherwise, could have been 6, but either way, a great pickup for the Rangers.
Ball is on the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. They can still get a first down at the 2, inside the 2. Seth Richardson is spread out wide right. We haven't seen much of him yet today.
Play goes away from Seth, this time down the left side. Adam refusing to go down, lunges towards the pylon.
Into the
touchdown, Rangers.
12-yard touchdown. Adam Cesare takes it around the left end. Very nice run. 7:59 in the second quarter.
I don't know if we want to call Coach Landis Notre Dame or not, but his prediction of Cesare and then a little more Cesare has been spot on.
Who are you calling him?
The guy that predicts everything. How do you say it?
You said Notre Dame is sort of like Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
No, you misheard.
I don't think so,
Tell
Scott.
you what, give a guy a smartphone now, he knows everything.
Oh, look at this play. Oh.
This is not,
no.
that's not going as planned.
It's not going to be legal. We have an illegal forward pass because the receiver was number 51 for Forest Hills, which is not quite legal for Zach Vitko to be catching the ball.
When you're throwing to a guy that starts with a 5, a 50-something, that's usually trouble. They're not designed to catch the ball. They're not built that way.
Did you mean Nostradamus?
Yeah, that's what I said. Nostradamus.
All right.
I think he went to Notre Dame.
You see, folks would have had to put up with now for 40 years.
I was just going to say, now Kelly has to put up with it.
Oh.
She's a lucky woman.
All right, we have Dylan Fyok teeing the ball up at the 40-yard line for the kickoff. 7 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the half. And Forest Hills up 14-0.
With the extra point or 2-point conversion attempts have been nothing short of an adventure for Forest Hills. We had a botched snap that looked like disaster that turned into a 2-point conversion early in the first quarter, and then we have this one again with mistakes in the backfield and then resulting in a penalty and no points out of it.
The kick is taken at full speed, number 4.
That's Colin Martz.
Colin Martz on the return.
Yep, again, caught it on the run. Forced out of bounds. Around the 42, 43-yard line.
Yep. Notre Dame. Okay.
Everybody's a critic. Eagles go into the air. Nice play action pass there. And a good ball thrown to number 7. That's Colby Myers.
First and 10 for the Golden Eagles. In Forest Hills territory at the 44-yard line.
Again, throw from Brad Barnt, the quarterback.
Man in motion.
The Rangers in the backfield immediately there. Is that Belasco again?
Aiden Belasco
it is.
Almost took the handoff.
He did. Give him a loss of 2 there, brings up 2nd and 12.
Sam DeBlaze spreads out wide to the right. Notice what Somerset does. It's almost like a no huddle, but it's not a no huddle hurry up. They spread out, get to the line, and then they call the signal many times as to what the play they're going to run. They check with the sidelines.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, man, so much happening on that play right there. The screen pass was sniffed out by Jared Mangus in the Ranger defense. Just couldn't quite wrap up the ball carrier as he turned it into a gain.
From an 8-yard loss to a 1-yard gain, which is a 9-yard difference in the play right there. Is a big play by Somerset.
What you see is maybe Somerset opening up the playbook a little bit, as we've seen a couple pass attempts to some moderate success here against the Ranger defense. But you're down 2 scores. You really want to get some points on the board before you head into the locker room.
And they are dropping back to pass quite often.
Oh boy.
Number 5 for Forest Hills, Jake Shope, made an attempt at the ball, and it went through his hands into the Somerset receiver's hands, and he dropped it. That was a big break for the Rangers. It could have been a big disaster, and it turned out to be in their favor.
First, you want to give credit to the Somerset offensive line there, who might have had their issues so far with Forest Hills' front, but gave their quarterback plenty of time to find his guy. Like you said, Shope made an attempt at it. You got to be 100% sure that you're going to get the ball if you're going to make a play on the ball.
Punt formation again. Let's see if we have an adventure this time. Good snap and a good kick.
Kind of a low line drive, got some yardage out of it.
Officials walking down the field. Notice how the officials work in tandem. The side official does not know where the ball went out of bounds if it goes out on a fly. And believe it or not, the referee, who's way downfield in the offensive backfield, is responsible for spotting that ball. So the side official walks up with his hand up in the air and watches as the referee has his hand up in the air. The referee chops down when that side official, the back judge or the field judge, is supposed to stop, and that's the spot of the where they'll put the ball in play.
First, for those of you who tuned in to watch the players, it's 1st and 10 Rangers.
Zangelia with a carry. Picks up short 2. 2nd and 8. Okay, I'm going to say if Nostradamus is going to call a pass play this play.
Look at this look right down the line of scrimmage. Great camera work.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Well, thank you. You see our guy Trevor Burkett working the sticks like nobody's business. Nobody does it better, folks.
Seth Richardson. I just called his name
Swing
before.
pass. That's Shope.
That's Shope, rather.
Oh, he cuts it back. He's got some blockers.
He's got blockers for sure.
Following Adam down the field.
Cesare,
Adam
lays a
takes
nice
the
block.
guy out. He hurdles the guy. Ends up out of bounds. A flag is down. Was there an illegal block? Was it some kind of illegal tackle? Interesting play.
I think, my guess is Cesare may have blocked low on that play. But Shope did a great job reversing his field, picking up yardage.
He had a wall of green.
That got him started, and then he had Cesare out in front. We'll see what the call is. The illegal block in the back on Forest Hills.
So that's a block in the back?
No, it wasn't a low block.
It wasn't a low block.
Okay, so a spot of the flag is at the 46-yard line. They take it back 10 yards, put it at the 36. That should still be a first down for the Rangers.
Still enough for a first down, right.
Okay, you can stop there. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
It's not. It's a 15-yarder.
I see.
Personal foul. It's a personal foul.
Personal foul block
and
in the
he
back.
keeps going.
He's walking.
Okay, we've got two fouls. We've got the illegal block, which is a 10-yard penalty. Then we have a dead ball foul. And in that case, you're going to mark them off both. So we got the 10-yarder for the block. Then we got the 15-yarder for the dead ball foul, which was probably a late hit, something like that.
I don't know what the late hit was. I just haven't seen it. I wish the officials were mic'd up, as they sometimes are, and can maybe explain what happened. I mean,
Cesare back to pass.
Oh, he's got a guy.
Oh! Wolf Hope had a step on his defender. Ball was about 1 yard out of his reach.
It's not easy to overthrow Forrest Wolfhope. But Adam gave it a shot there, and he's one of the few guys in the Laurel Highlands or in the area that could overthrow that ball right there.
Coming into tonight's game, Cesare was the 4th-ranked passer in the area. And coincidentally, I believe that Wolf Hope was the 4th-ranked receiver in the area. Cesare has time. Now he's under a rush. Breaks free.
Oh, what an effort. What an effort down the right sideline as he lunges ahead, stretching that ball out for the line to gain. I think he came up short.
Looks like about a yard short. Brings up 4th and 1. Okay, Coach Bailey. 4th and 1 with 5:17 to go in the second quarter. You're up 14-0.
At the 34-yard line,
of
however.
Summers, of their own 30.
What do you do?
You punt.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Absolutely. Somerset's offense hasn't been able to muster much against the Rangers.
However,
play the field position game, but hey,
we're not coaches.
No, we're not on the sidelines. We don't know the team as well as Coach Bailey does. If nothing else, it's for Somerset to call a timeout.
Exactly. They were expecting the punt, and so now that Somerset uses its first time out of the half. 5:17 to go in the second quarter. 4th down and a short one to go for the Rangers. Then again, Coach Bailey could be thinking, hey, I've got a horse in Cesare. I've got a good line. I may take a shot at it.
Right.
It's hard to argue with the decisions Coach Bailey makes. He has been at this helm for, 46 years right now, and the unprecedented success. One of the greatest records of coaches in the whole state of Pennsylvania, highly ranked in the nation with wins.
When you do something for 46 years, you have to be doing it well, or people wouldn't keep you around.
Exactly.
And you can't. You said it best. You just can't set the standard any more than he has. It's great to watch him still be into it. And as he was quoted earlier this year, he still gets the butterflies on game day, so he still does it.
And he will be a tough act to follow whenever that time does occur when he wants to hang up the spikes. Looks like they're going for it.
Uh-oh. They went with a hard count. Somerset jumped. I guess he got back. So Adam keeps it and lunges ahead and gets the first down. Going for a hard count to get Somerset to jump. So great discipline by the Rangers offensive line to hold their spots. Somerset jumped and got back, so you can do that.
No, if Somerset penetrated the neutral zone, it is a penalty.
It is a penalty.
They moved, but they didn't penetrate the neutral zone. Actually, according to the officials.
Right, yeah. It certainly looked like they did, but they didn't see it that way.
Once again, we have a bad angle for that, and they're looking right down the line. So we have number 21 split out for Forest Hills.
Forrest again, and he's getting, the corner's really giving him some cushion as Forrest has been getting deep on him here.
He's 12 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Swing pass. That's a live ball. Okay, so there's the play that we saw to Shope earlier that turned into him reversing his field and running down the right sideline. It's a swing pass. You saw the Coach Bailey go back to it here, and I noticed the first time it was also a lateral. It was a backwards pass. Watch for something to be set up off of that in terms of a double pass where Jake maybe hits Wolf Ope or something after he gets the swing pass.
Absolutely.
That's a setup play.
With the cushion that he's been given, Forrest has been given out here, you expect something quick or like you say, a setup play.
Exactly.
That's the cushion I'm talking about.
Right. We've been talking about the cushion, so if they're giving you 6 yards, go ahead and take it.
Going to be about a half yard short.
Just short.
I'm looking down the line at it, and it looks like it is. I wouldn't doubt if they call for a measurement. Bring those guys the whole way across.
Sticks are way over there.
Yeah, I thought it was short also.
Yeah. From here, we do have a good angle. It looks just short.
Yeah, they have to get a half yard yet to get the first down. 3rd and a half yard.
What do you think? Number 12, safe bet?
Worked last time. That hard count also worked last time to some degree.
Handoff. Adam keeps it, tucks it away. Gets the first down plus a lot more into Somerset territory down to the 45.
Tyler Rios, number 1 for Somerset, and number 65, Aiden Velasco from Forest Hills, had a little bit of a extracurricular activity going on over sideline downfield. I think that officials had to talk to both of them.
I hope cooler heads prevail. It's tough.
1st and 10 now at the 45-yard line of Somerset.
Adam drops back to pass, scrambling around, has some time. Now throws it out to his right. It's a little long for Zangelia. Had some room to run if he made the catch.
Yes. 2nd and 10. 3:01 remaining in the first half.
It's beautiful out here now, guys.
Yeah, just a passing shower, right? Enough to...
Exactly. It's actually gotten a little warmer.
Jake Shope into the game and moving right, and we have a flag. Illegal substitution on the Rangers. I think Corey Colbert came off the field and didn't go back on, and tried to go back on when he came off, and you got it. If you had 12 men in the huddle, you've got an illegal substitution right off the bat. Something like that was going on. Number 3 enters the game for Forest Hill, Seth Richardson. 2nd and 15 for a first down. Ball is right at midfield.
Rangers break the huddle kind of late as we're down to 3. Adam gets it off. Again, the cushion to Forrest. Again, the nice gain.
You know, in the past, since the beginning of the year, the opening game of the season, to now, I detected maturity, a growing sense of maturity, and in the receiving core and the trust that Cesare has in his receivers.
For sure. Things are definitely looking smoother than they have so far. And do you expect anything less from a Don Bailey coach team to get better and mature as the season progresses? Oh, nice hold, nice running. Dylan Fihawk down the left sideline with a nice piece of running. You know what, there's some great blocks we need to give credit for there too, but man, he made a few nice cuts.
He got 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage and made a beautiful cut and just outran the defense into the end zone, bringing the score to 20-0 for the Rangers with 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, Rangers are rolling now. Okay, here's the ever
exciting.
What do we have now? Adam is going to attempt a 1-point conversion, the old extra point. Let's watch the snap and the hold.
Both seem good, and the kick is off to the right.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. So while we have some issues with that to maybe iron out, the Rangers offense really put together a nice drive, mixing up passes, runs, different personnel getting to touch the football, and Fihawk finishing it off, extending that Rangers lead. Now there's a lot of football left to be played here with 1 minute and 48 still remaining in the first half, but that's a deflating score, going down 3 scores there, and just the way, if you're Somerset, that your offense has struggled to move the ball, and the Rangers have kind of methodically been able to move the ball. Again, they could have more points, albeit for a turnover early on. That was kind of deflating, but I'm sure they're going to continue to play hard and fight hard.
After scoring the touchdown, Fihawk is going to tee the ball up at the 40-yard line for the kickoff. You know, you mentioned Don Bailey and the job he has done as a coach. One of the things that I've noticed about Coach Bailey over the years is he adjusts well at halftime. You know, he sees what the other team is giving him, what they're taking away from his team, and he adjusts very well. And if the Rangers are in the game at halftime, I would always bet on them coming out and winning it in the second half because of the coaching.
For sure. And as much as we praise him, sometimes the best thing a coach can do is put good people around you as well.
And his staff is fantastic.
His staff is very, very knowledgeable. And say number 22 had a knee on the ground there. Officials did blow it dead.
That was Tyler Connington.
When you get into the locker room, it's a period of players can kind of discuss things, take care of some bumps and bruises, get hydrated, while the coaches can huddle and talk for just a few brief minutes about what did you see, here's what we need to do, here's where player A or B is lining up for them, we can exploit this gap, this seam, and then they come together and bring it to the team.
Well, you played for Coach Bailey in the 90s, so you're speaking from experience. Your teams, you were a member of a team that went to the state championship game in your sophomore year in high school, I believe.
Yes, sophomore year. What an honor that was. State runner-up. Way to fly to the football there. That's Shope closing the gap quickly there, as there was some space between him and the ball carrier, but he closed that gap quickly and made a nice form tackle.
That state runner-up, I believe, is the only time the Rangers have been in a state final, and
I believe
you
so.
Lost in overtime.
We did.
Double overtime.
We lost in overtime, double overtime at the 1 or 2 yard line, depending who you talk to, as we could have tied it up there to keep playing.
Somerset goes back. Long pass down the field. Ah.
Yeah. Coach Landis on the far sideline thinking that Shope made some early contact with his receiver there. It was very, very close.
I think that it may have been a little legs being tangled up there, incidental. Third and 10, 1:04. Somerset will probably be going to the air again. They're in almost desperation mode before the half to see if they can get some points up there.
And the Rangers know that. They're going to be sitting on some routes looking to make a big play. Here comes the pass rush from Belasco. Cuts inside of Cesari. And a nice play there from quarterback Brandt.
Forest Hills calls timeout. It looks like Forest Hills might be thinking maybe we can get a couple more points on the board this half.
Yeah.
Forest Hills takes their second timeout of the half. 4th down and 5 for Somerset. So hopefully Coach Bagley may be thinking, hey, a punt return or a short punt and put the ball in his quarterback's hands and see what number 12 and his supporting cast can do. Maybe we can get another score before the half. Watching their extra point attempts and so on, I don't think they'll be attempting a long field goal.
I don't think so. But you're right, you can't take the timeouts with you. And there's an opportunity, even a slight one, to get some points in these last 52 seconds. Why not?
Fylock and Shope, 13 and 5, are deep for the Rangers around the 30, 35-yard line.
We've seen those two playmakers put their fingerprints on this game already.
We have movement. Forest Hills moved first, but they did not cross the line. I'm thinking that we have a false start, and we do on Somerset. There's another 5 yards.
5 yards closer. Had that been on Forest Hills, no, excuse me, it would not have been enough for a first down. It's 4th and 9.
That was 4th and 9 now.
Oh, so it would have been.
Okay,
I thought it was 4th and 4. They changed it on the scoreboard.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been enough for a first down. Okay. The deep men are lined up around the 45-yard line. Low snap, had to pick it up off the ground. Got up a nice kick from that position.
Fair catch is called.
Right at the 40.
Are you aware of this rule, Scott, that if a team makes a fair catch, they can opt to put the ball in play by a free kick? Meaning that we could say, we're going to ask for a free kick. The defense has to line up 10 yards downfield. They place the ball on the ground on a tee. If the kicker kicks the ball through the uprights, it's a 3-point play.
Okay, yes. And have you ever seen that in a high school game?
Once.
Wow, in 42 years of officiating,
Yes.
once. Rangers got to hustle. About a 6-yard gain on the quick out to Woolfolk.
They only have one timeout left.
I want to try to save it.
30 seconds to go in a turning clock. Cesari's going to probably go deep.
Throws on the run. Can he get out of bounds? And he does. The official waves the clock dead.
First
20
down.
seconds to go. What a great rollout to your right.
Yep.
Right-handed quarterback, always a little easier to throw running to your right rather than across your body running to your left.
Ball's at the 43-yard line, maybe the 42. And we have 1st and 10 with 20 seconds to go in the half. Rangers up 20-0.
Adam taking a shot down the right sideline. Coverage is good.
What a catch by Seth Richardson.
Oh, Seth climbed the ladder.
Wow.
Couldn't pull that one in.
They are inside the 5-yard line. It looks like they're at the 3. 12.2 seconds ago. And we were wondering why they called the timeout with when Somerset had the ball. thinking, what are the chances that Forest Hills can score? Well, look at this.
Case and point. Just give your athletes a chance, and that's what Adam did. Got one-on-one coverage. I'm sorry I didn't see the cornerback's name, but he had great coverage with Seth Richardson. They both went up to make a play on the ball. That one came out in Seth's favor as he tore it away from the defender. Great athletic reception. Adam gave him a chance.
Richardson is a 6 foot, 170-pound senior. I'm sorry, he's a junior.
Junior, right.
Junior.
Very athletic kid.
See his brother in the stands a few rows down below us, and who was making these catches last year.
Okay, so you got to have a play for a situation like this. It's basically a 2-point conversion. It's a little longer than that. You usually have a special package of plays that you run on these short yardage situations. I would expect something fairly tricky. That wasn't tricky at all.
They have a timeout.
But it worked.
But it worked. Cesari took it in. 3 yards.
They did not have a timeout left. That's what made that,
no, you're right.
I thought a little tricky. After the deep play to Seth Richardson, we called the timeout as he was inbounds.
They could have come down and because the clock would have stopped to set the sticks, but they would have the whole field to go down, and they wouldn't have had
to get
time
everybody set. You got to get all those big hog mollies down the field and set up in time. Sometimes that's a little.
I missed that.
Yeah, so they got that timeout with 12 seconds remaining, and I thought maybe.
This time the extra point is perfect. Cesari kicks it after his 3-yard run, and the Rangers take a 27-0 lead at the half with 7.5 seconds to go.
Okay, so I have an odd question for you, and I think I already know the answer. When one of these guys makes a touchdown, do they ever get to keep the ball? I know they do, obviously, in the NFL. But at high school, can they actually can their parents buy the ball on their first touchdown?
Not that I know of. Yeah.
I just think that would be so neat.
They can buy a game ball ticket and perhaps get their number pulled, but other than that, Kim, it's not usually done in high school.
See, that's just the mom and the sentimental thing.
Yeah.
I just think that would be really cool if they could if they had the option to buy that ball.
Well, right now,
their very first touchdown.
Right now, you'd have to give away 4 footballs, and they're quite expensive, and high school budgets don't usually account for that.
Yeah, I don't think Mr. Geronda would appreciate giving away all those footballs.
I guess not. So do you think Connor from the Steelers kept his the other day?
I believe they could afford to get another one, and I would imagine there's a special place in James Connor's house for that football.
But did you notice after he scored that touchdown, the first thing he didn't worry about hanging on to the ball. I think he got it back probably, but he threw the ball away and went right to his teammates.
Yes.
And celebrated with them. And nothing special, just, hey, this is great. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be with you guys, and glad to score. All right, Lyok to kick off. Kick is short, taking it to 25-yard line. Number 85 takes the ball around.
Forrest Wolfhope with the tackle over there. Kind of rode him down to the ground with just 2 seconds left to go in the half.
Donovan Miller on that return for Somerset. And they have a chance for one more play. All right, Scott, what do you think? They're going to kneel down and say we're done for the half, or are they going to try to fling it?
Either that or a basic handoff, I would think. You see the Rangers safeties are playing very deep, guarding against any kind of big play. They got a guy 35 yards from the line of scrimmage. But you never know. You might say, why not?
Rangers are coming up closer to the line of scrimmage right now.
They're saying, why not? Chuck it down the field.
That might be
Shope
why not.
was waiting for it. Now they just have to make the tackle.
Yep.
And Shope's making that awful difficult. But they finally did get him. He was literally playing center field there.
Had about a 15-yard return on an interception. At the end of the first half, Forest Hills leads 27-0. And to begin the second half, I think that Forest Hills gets the ball in the second half.
I believe you're right. I believe
Yes.
Forest Hills is set to receive. The officials, hold on here.
Hold on, guys.
Don't-
Wait a
don't-
minute.
Don't go get your hot dogs yet. Officials are whistling the Somerset team back onto the field.
Let's see what the
I did
signal
not
is.
see a flag. The band is out of the field. The band is out of the field.
We have a block in the back by Forest Hills, and that penalty obviously will be declined. And the Forest Hills would have retained possession, and the yardage would have been tacked on. But
They had bongo drums on the 30-yard line, and they're whistling the players back out onto the field. I don't know what was going on there.
like the Stanford Cal game.
Yeah.
All right, halftime, 20-minute halftime on the clock. Forest Hills 27-0 lead in an exciting Forest Hills first half. folks. Welcome back to the second half with the score Forest Hills 27 and the Golden Eagles of Somerset 0. To recap the scoring of the first half, with 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Adam Cesare, 35-yard touchdown pass to Jake Show. The two-point conversion had a bit of a problem, and Cesare improvised through a pass to Colbert for the two-point conversion. In the second quarter, with 7:59 remaining, Adam Cesare a 12-yard touchdown run around the left side. And also in the second quarter, minute 48 to go, Dylan Fyock a 35-yard run around the left side. The extra point kick was missed, and with 7 seconds to go in the half, Cesare, a 3-yard run up the middle to set the score. Oh, and he also kicked the extra point. Set the score at 27-0 to begin the second quarter, and Somerset will be kicking off to the Rangers to begin the second half.
A lot of great action there in that first half that really ended up to be pretty dominated by Forest Hills.
Nice kick through the end zone for a touchdown. We were watching the Somerset kicker warm up before the game, and he was hitting 50-yard field goals. He has a leg.
He does. I believe he's number 82. Yeah, Kurt Pucci.
Kirk Pucci, yes.
Real strong leg.
Very strong. Forest Hills will take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Third down.
To begin the second quarter. Cesare brings him up, sets him up. Hands off to
goes up the middle to Fyock. Had himself a real nice first half. Dragging some Golden Eagles to close to the first down.
I think he's got first down yardage. I think an 11-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Ball is placed at the 31-yard line. Forest Hills starts off with the ball on the ground.
Kind of expect to see a little more of a grounded clock eating offense here by the Rangers with the game pretty much in hand as we start. But at the same time, you still want to get some players involved. You still might want to take a look at some of the different kinds of plays you've been working on. So for now, playbook's still wide open.
Ooh. Fyock with a nice run. Good gain of 5 yards.
Tyler Rios again flying up to make the tackle. Very nice athlete from Somerset that's been all over the field.
It's definitely too soon to pull in the horns for the Rangers. They've got to keep being aggressive, and you know, if you stop being aggressive, you're opening yourself up to a lot of problems, including injuries.
For sure. Siri upset with himself that he missed Shope out in the right sideline. Corners again playing with some cushion here against the Rangers and trying to take advantage of that with just a quick hitch out and let your athlete get in space and try to make a guy miss.
Third
ball
and 6.
Just a little behind.
Right. 3rd and 6. Shope out to the right. Forrest Wolfhope out to the left. Cesare sets him. Drop back to pass. Quick pass.
Same play. And there's your athlete making a guy miss. Shope down the right sideline. That kid can run. Knocked out of bounds by number 33 after a huge gain. Number 33, Spencer Yutzi, run him down, but I'll tell you what, Shope outran some angles. It looked like some other guys were going to get him, and those angles disappeared.
And give credit to Spencer Yutzi on that, because he took the only possible angle he could to get him out and knocked him out of bounds at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rangers.
Rangers ran the same play twice in a row. The Eagles didn't adjust, and Shope still had a big cushion to work with. Went back to the well. Fyock again with a really nice hole up the middle, and he's knocking on heaven's door.
You know, you got to give credit to the Ranger offensive line. Coach Bailey said that they had a tremendous week of practice, perhaps the best week of practice they've had all year. The kids listened, the kids worked hard, and he said we were hoping our running game can improve. right now, they're doing a great job. They're at the 3-yard line. And Fyok up the middle, 3-yard touchdown run. 10 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the score is Forest Hills 33, Somerset nothing, with the conversion upcoming.
Well, if there was any doubt in the outcome, I think that just left town. Very dominating first drive. You know, really the Somerset had us 3rd and 6 on our own territory, and just a huge play from Ciceri to Shope. Set up another touchdown. And it looks like we might have our extra point problems figured out, at least for the time being, as Adam pokes it through the uprights.
That ball was actually tipped at the line of scrimmage by a Somerset defender. And I noticed the umpire gave the signal that the ball was tipped, but it did go through, and sets the score now at 34-0. You know, we've often said, Scott, that whether it be football, basketball, it seems as though the first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter is many times the most important time of the second half, because it sets a tone. It gets the, you know, sometimes you come out complacent beginning of the third quarter, the other team just takes it to you and turns the game around, or you have done something to set the dominance, and that's what I think Forest Hills is doing right now.
So true. And didn't you say about halftime adjustments and coming out of the locker room, Rangers and a Coach Bailey-led team often make the correct adjustments and come out strong. And whether it's a close game or a game like this, you still want that opening drive to be a tone setter.
And you notice that they ran the ball effectively in a couple plays in that drive too. This time Ciceri is setting the ball up to kick off for Forest
Usually
Hills.
Fyok was doing this. Going to give it a boot. Number 22 takes a relatively short kickoff, bounces it to the outside.
Tyler Coddington returns that kick for Somerset. Sets Somerset up to go. The Golden Eagles will put the ball in play around the 40-yard line. Let's see, closer to the 45.
When Adam Ciceri was younger, he competed often in punt, pass, and kick competitions. And it was actually, and I'll get it wrong, but it was some kind of region champion at the age of 12 or something, where he made it to a certain point where he actually got to go and compete at halftime of the Steeler game at Heinz Field in a punt, pass, and kick competition. So
I remember that.
It's not his first time kicking a ball.
Hyde up the middle. Picks up 2 yards, 2 tough yards for the Golden Eagles.
Jared Vegas made the last one stop.
What a great night this is shaped up to be, from the community involvement at the tailgate party prior to the game and all the festive atmosphere. We almost even got away with no rain, but just a passing shower to cool everything down a little bit. The Rangers are putting out a dominant performance. Everybody's happy in Sidman.
Somerset just barely crosses midfield, brings up a 3rd and about 5 for the Golden Eagles.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Look at that cutie taking in the action.
You know what? She was waving to me about 5 times just when I turned the camera around.
Of course, they never do it when you want them to.
What a cutie pie. Oh, her dad's telling her.
3rd and 5, Somerset.
There she is.
Whoa, and a nice 2nd and 3rd effort by Hyde. Dustin Hyde, right.
What a great effort for sure. Like you said, you can't take a play off in a game like this. It's too fast, it's too violent, and you got to go hard or something bad can happen.
Guys,
what do you see,
starting
Kim?
to rain again.
I just gave the
Good
speech about how
gracious,
everything was
you
perfect.
jinxed it.
Kim, if you're taking votes, I'm against it.
It's okay.
Officials timeout. Looks like we'll have our first measurement of the night.
for a measurement.
And you know, it is 34-0, but you got to give Somerset credit. They are not pulling in the tent. They are not going to give up or quit. Coach Landis told us before the game they were a very young team. They have 7 starters on offense who are underclassmen, 6 on defense, and they're looking forward to next year and the year after. Very promising quarterback who's actually playing his first game of the year because of injuries. He was the starter, the penciled-in starter, and because of injuries hasn't played, but he's back, and you figure you're going to shake a little of the rust off and go from there. He'll be back next year.
It's hard to tell a 15, 16-year-old kid this, but they are they're getting better right now, even though it's 34-0. But as you look to the future, they will draw upon these experiences and the opponent that they've gone up against, and you know, this is where players are made. You know, sometimes you got to learn how to lose before you learn how to win.
You're right. Yeah, they did pick up the first down on that measurement, but on the first down play, they lost 2. So now we have a 2nd and 12. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I see some ponchos. I see some umbrellas coming out.
Ooh. Little miscommunication there between the quarterback and the receiver for Somerset. The receiver cut into the center and the pass went out to the sideline. So easy to do. That happens sometimes.
Sure.
Look at the rain, guys. Are you on my shot?
Coming down pretty hard. Oh, that's a great shot, Kim. You can see up in the lights. Rain coming down fairly hard now.
Third and 12. Once again, Somerset attempts to go to the air.
Ooh.
And we have a flag on the play. Pass interference, I believe, will be called against number 3, Seth Richardson from Forest Hills.
Yeah, closed on the ball nicely.
Yeah.
Just got there a little
contact.
ahead of schedule.
And
he's not getting up right now.
Ranger down in the field. Is that Seth?
That would be Seth, yes.
Okay, we'll have trainer Rick May heads out to take a look at Seth. We'll hope everything's okay with him.
It looks like it's a cramp.
Yep.
While painful, that is the best case scenario.
Yes.
Here we go, first down and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Rios comes across the formation in motion. Handoff goes inside to Hyde.
You know, the defensive front of the Rangers for the most part of the night has been stalwart. They have blocked up everything through the middle and have really done a great job shutting down the Golden Eagle run.
See Velasco in there again, getting credit for the tackle. Hard count there. It looks like the Rangers are the guilty party.
Yep. Bring up about a 2nd and 4. Ball is inside the 30-yard line, down about the 26.
2nd down and 3.
Great shot there down the line. Life in the trenches.
That's right.
First down yardage.
Looks like Colbert in on the tackle there.
Rios, the ball carrier. Good for Golden Eagles first down.
Approaching the halfway mark of the third quarter.
High snap, give to
Rios
up the middle,
Big
running real
run.
hard.
First down yardage.
Looks like Tony Zangelia was in on the tackle there with a couple other Rangers, but that big first down all the way down to the 3-yard line. And you know what? There's a pride thing that comes in a situation like this. Even though the Rangers are running in and out some different kinds of substitutions, giving guys some shots and some looks, you want to see a 0 on the scoreboard if you're a defense. Ball's on the ground.
And there's a pride thing involved, as you say. If you're the offense, you do not want to see a 0 on the scoreboard.
For sure.
So we're going to put the ball in the end zone.
I guess that's the name of the game, right?
Yep.
Somerset.
Second and goal from the 5 now.
Oh, another bad snap. This one goes way behind the line of scrimmage. Aren't able to pick it up.
Corey Colbert on the stop, deep in the backfield for a big loss.
That's just so disheartening for Somerset to be knocking on the door after a couple really nice plays and rather extensive drive to just have some botched plays and snaps like that. If you're wearing green, you'll take it.
We're now at the 20-yard line from the 3, 17-yard loss. Somerset back to pass.
Gonna take a shot.
Screen
Are you
pass.
kidding me?
Intercepted by the Rangers.
Is that Velasco?
65.
Yes, it is.
Give him the ball. That guy deserves it.
Yes, I totally agree. Keep that ball.
That's right, Kim. Give him that football. My goodness. This man has been the defensive MVP for my money. He has spent all night in Somerset backfield. Now he reads the screen pass. It was a nicely set up play, all except for Aiden Velasco crashed that party.
Like he went in, jumped up, one-handed it down, caught it.
Yeah.
Picked up another yard and turns the ball over. Where it was Somerset's ball at the 3-yard line, Forest Hills takes over, prevents them from getting in the end zone, preserve that 0 you were talking about.
It was 1st and 3, yes. Pitch out here to Fiox. He comes towards the near sideline. Going to cut it back. Keeps those legs pumping all the way out to the 30.
Broke a tackle or two and picked up first down yardage, it looks like. Yes.
Like you said, working on strengths or weaknesses to improve the running game has really, I think, taken some strides, so to speak, this week.
Absolutely. You know, Forest Hills' early schedule this year, facing both Chestnut Ridge and Richland, probably the 2 toughest teams in the Laurel Highlands. And yes, they had losses to those 2 teams. But they were certainly in the Chestnut Ridge game and gave Richland a good game for 2 to 3 quarters. We have a penalty marker on the field. Looks like in the area of holding thrown by the umpire.
Yeah.
See what we got.
You see that? You see that come from the umpire. A hold most of the time. And the Rangers are retreating.
Chop block, looks like.
Okay.
Chop block is 15-yarder.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play.
Yeah. Chop block occurs when the offensive lineman is engaged with the defensive lineman up high, and then another offensive lineman comes and takes the legs out of the defensive lineman. It can be a very dangerous play health-wise for knees, and so it's a big penalty, 15-yard penalty. Man, it sets the Rangers way back for a first down, and it looks like about 25 to go.
So through those first 3 contests that you were just talking about, and just kind of looking at some statistics here, talking about the running game or lack thereof for Forest Hills, Dylan Fiox kind of been the hot guy tonight. He's only had 17 carries through the first 3 weeks for 55 yards, kind of a modest 3 yards per carry. we don't get the statistics up here during the broadcast, but man, he's really padded those numbers tonight and ran hard.
Credit the offensive line also. Mr. Bailey said it earlier about the work they've been putting in, how the kids have listened and bought into what they're telling them, and worked hard, watched film, and doing what they can to improve. Cesare under a big rush and is sacked inside the 10-yard line.
Close to the 5.
That's going to bring up, I think, a 3rd down and about 427 yards to go to get to Sheets.
You carry the 1.
Yeah. Looks like about 33 yards for first down territory. Now, at this point, do you...
I like a screen pass. I'm going to put some smart money on a screen pass.
I'd say we've got to be conservative. You don't want to turn the ball over here, but it would be nice to pick up a few yards, give your punter a little room.
You know, a handoff wouldn't surprise you either. You say.
Well, you got Cesare back there, and there's your handoff. Some running room.
Ooh, face mask. Maybe not.
I don't think
it's just the way the way he went down.
Keeps the clock running. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Ranger punt team comes on the field.
Dustin Hyde on the stop. Brings up 4th down now for the Rangers.
Jake Shope now back to punt. Now Tyler Rios goes back to receive. Short snap, he had to scoop it up off the ground.
Just got the punt off.
Still gets it away.
Some nice Forest Hills bounce. 47-yard line up Forest Hills.
Shope did a real nice job scooping that ball because he kind of had to crouch down to get it. He scoops it in a knees on the ground. He's down right where he's holding the ball, which is near the goal line, but he's able to scoop it up without the knee hitting and still got off a solid kick.
You know, Scott, talking about the youth that Somerset has, they also have numbers. They have 52 players on their varsity roster.
Something Coach Landis, I'm sure, is very proud of. I mean, if kids are turning out and working for your program, you know, results will come. They say there's strength in numbers for a reason. The interest, the want-to is there at Somerset. Just a matter of some stars aligning with, you know, strength of classes coming together for certain years, and they're going to make a run in the near future.
Well, a couple years ago, they were in the state championship.
Yeah, right.
They lost,
things
but,
can turn,
that's
right?
a fantastic accomplishment at any level. And Somerset's program was kind of down for a while. Coach Landis took over and seemed like it turned it around. High snap.
Got a hole there for Hyde. He turns it on, Show buying him up, makes a great cut back, and Hyde is going to take it the distance for the first Somerset Golden Eagles score of the night.
45-yard touchdown run for Somerset. Dustin Hyde. They cracked the scoreboard with 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
A real nice lane to run through off the right side there. And he saw nothing but green in front of him. Boy, he found another gear, made a nice cut against Shope. Finished the play. Honestly happy for the kid. He's really, really ran hard tonight and been given the ball a lot, taking a lot of hits.
And Somerset is lining up for 2. Rios around the left side, takes it in for the conversion. 2-point conversion for Somerset.
Is good. Tyler Rios.
That sets the 3rd quarter score 34-8 with 47 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Somerset 8.
Number 82 for Somerset, getting ready to kick off. This is the boy we said has a great leg. This is Kurt Pucci.
Yeah.
You know, you wonder, because of his ability to kick, he'll probably go deep, but and the game is 34-8. You don't expect an onside kick, but
No.
a sort of message also from the coaches. If you would try that, it's almost like, we're never done, guys. We're never going to quit. But I think he's going to boot it deep, and he does.
Boy, he does.
He does. Into and out of the end zone.
And it's in wet conditions. I mean, it's harder to kick in that situation, too. You're sliding when you put your plant leg in the ground before you swing the kicking leg through. And
he so far this year, he has the strongest leg out of any kicker I've seen in high school.
Absolutely.
Putting the ball in play at the 20-yard line. Forest Hills will take the ball with 47 seconds to go in the quarter.
Handoff goes up the middle. There's Fyock again. Does a nice job hanging on to that ball.
Takes it up to the 27, 28-yard line. 28-yard line. Second and about one. Nice 9-yard gain.
Yep.
Calculated by Tyler Kraus. Second and 2.
Here's where you want to use some clock. Actually, they do not have to take another snap here in the third quarter. They can let the clock run out and take this 34-8 lead into the fourth quarter.
Which is exactly what they're going to do. Forest Hills will have a second and about 1.5, 2 to go for a first down when we come back to begin the fourth quarter with the Rangers up 34-8.
Looks like Adams going to stay in there at the quarterback, at least for the start of this period. You mentioned at the open about the great athlete he is and highly recruited and whatnot. Adam will be attending the University of Wake Forest in North Carolina to play baseball. A very nice baseball scholarship that he was very honored to receive, and it's very, very well deserved as hard as he's worked. But to his credit, he's still out here playing quarterback in the fall for his team, and a lot of that is the respect that he has for the guys around him, and a lot of it is because he loves to play ball too, and he's having fun running around out there for sure. But I'm sure he could have continued his football career at the next level as well, but baseball is the path he decided to go, and it's nice that he's still continuing to play football out here.
And you will see him in the fall and winter months, late fall and early winter months on the basketball court.
Brought down by Ben Geary.
Hand off to Fyock again. His conditions look like they're getting really slippery, kind of deteriorating out there as the rain continues to fall. Maybe not really heavy, but it's enough.
3rd and 1.
Kim, are you staying dry?
I'm staying dry under this umbrella. I'm trying to keep the camera dry, but it is actually raining the hardest. Is it
really?
Check it out.
Check it out.
My camera.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Those light posts we were just looking at there from that nice shot are one of the things that's scheduled to be replaced when they renovate the athletics or outdoor athletic facilities here on campus. Jim mentioned at the top of the broadcast about some potential upgrades that will be happening here. The football field will one day be made of turf, which just makes all the sense in the world, whether you like playing on grass or not, logistically and scheduling wise. It makes too much sense not to have it artificially turfed. The lights are going to be new. The track's going to be redone. An already beautiful campus will only be upgraded.
Nice run. Fyock takes the ball around the right side, picks up first down yardage with about a 12-yard gain around the right side. you know, some of the things that they hope to have done. Yes, they'll hope to turf the high school football field, but with that field, they hope to, one of the scenarios would be to move the bleachers back on the visitor's side and make the field wide enough to be a legitimate size, regulation size soccer field, and also in that turfed field include a softball field. So, you know, this would be a very multi-use facility. That's necessary with miscommunication.
Yep. Adam thought Forrest was going to do a go, and Forrest thought he should run a stop. And there you have it.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
I've seen the softball fields done on turf fields like that. It's pretty neat. They have these really nifty movable fences that they can set up, and it serves nicely as a softball field.
The hope also would be to redo the track, and perhaps put a turf infield on the baseball field, which is we've heard many times is in need of some upgrades.
Yeah, yes, I'd heard that too.
And Forest Hills School Board and Superintendent Mr. Bowser have been very cost conscious in their efforts to upgrade these things. The wait was on until the former middle school was taken care of, being sold, so that you know, they could upgrade everything with fiscal responsibility. 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Timeout on the field.
And timeout charged the Rangers there. There was personnel issues. Sometimes you have that when you got some new guys running in and out of the game. You want to get the right groupings in there, and could have been the issue.
Chestnut Ridge beat Westmont this evening, 19-14. Westmont also is a surprise in the Laurel Highlands with a really tough running game.
They
that
played
keeps
very strongly.
Yes. Now that keeps Chestnut Ridge in the unbeaten ranks.
Tough team. First year in the Laurel Highlands too. They got to be loving that.
First year back in the Laurel Highlands.
Right. It's been a while. They were actually in the Laurel Highlands in the 90s when I was playing.
18 years ago.
Yeah.
3rd down, and looks like 3rd and about 2 for the Rangers. Just cross midfield into the Golden Eagle territory, the 49-yard line. Sari sets the offense. We have flags all over the place.
Everywhere. Zangalia kind of going sideways as the play is strung out nicely by Tyler Rios, excuse me.
He did not get the yard to gain, so it looks like it will be 4th down and 1 pending the penalties. We have a false start or illegal formation. I would think that would be against Forest Hills. If it were a false start, they would have blown the whistle, blown the play dead ahead of time.
Because as soon as it was snapped, the flags were flying. So they just let the play run and then call it.
The two wing officials, the linesman and the line judge, communicate with each other with hand signals to see if the man on their side of the field is in the backfield. If they both got men in the backfield, and they count the guys, the quarterback and the ones behind him, they know if they have their necessary 7 on the line.
I was just going to say, because you got to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
Right.
You see the wide outs communicating with the side judges. I'm off or I'm on. Got him back to pass. Going to take a shot here.
Oh, that was well timed by Somerset.
It was well timed, from at least from this angle. It looked like the defender got there just the same time the ball did.
Brad Martin, number 14, made a nice play on the defensive side of that play. As soon as the ball got to the receiver, he was there also to knock it away.
It's Jason Wissinger getting into the act downfield there. See,
4th and about 7. Looks like the Rangers are in punt formation. I think one of the few times they've had to punt today. Big rush by Somerset.
High punt, probably going to let it hit and see where it bounces. Yep. Forrest Wolfhope will down the ball right around the 30-yard line of Somerset.
8 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Forest Hills up 34-8.
Scott and Jim, I just want to throw out there that Forest Hills School District now has its own Instagram, and it's had a Twitter account. But
Yes.
also, and just remind everyone that we have a YouTube channel as well. So if you're ever not able to make the game, check out Twitter, Forest Hills Athletics, and the district has its own as well.
Wow.
That's great. There's so many things you can watch, so many events on the YouTube or on the Forest Hills television channel or on YouTube. And it's not just athletics. We do such a great job, Mr. J. Elias, of covering any important event that goes on, indoors, outdoors, all around Forest Hills, everything Forest Hills. What a great way to get the community involved, to watch our students in so many different areas where they excel and deserve to be showcased.
I was just going to say about the work that Mr. Elias has done with video productions and all kinds of different things that highlight the Forest Hills activities and the kids, the staff, the administration. Just a great job. Pass over the middle, complete to number 7 for Somerset. That's Colby Myers makes a nice catch. Dylan Flyok was covering for Forest Hills, was right on and made the tackle immediately after the catch, but it gives Somerset Golden Eagles a first down at the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Somerset has shown some potential throwing the ball also. It's not just a running game.
They have.
Of course, they have their quarterback back for the first time.
Inside handoff to Hyde. Nowhere to hide that time.
79 on stop for Forest Hills. Great defensive play by Chris Boback.
Brought down for loss by Chris Boback.
Penetrated the line, got there, made a nice tackle.
Tackle for a loss.
Okay, we have 2nd and 11.
Rios reverses his field. He's quick. He comes back this way again. Number 2 with a saving tackle as Jared Mangus wrapping him up and slinging him to the ground. But, man, Rios is still running hard. What an athlete.
Yes, and great moves. Picks up a first down for Somerset. 1st and 10, about the 35-yard line.
A lot of new guys in on defense, looking to make their mark here.
Rios again on the pitch, and again picks up first down yardage, about a 12-yard gain.
Chase Henson. Good for Somerset first down.
That takes the ball down to about the 25, 24-yard line, 23-yard line. 1st and 10. And we have a flag.
Because this is pre-snap.
I think we have offside penalty. Encroachment on Forest Hills. You know, all in all, it's been a pretty well-played game as far as penalties are concerned. There haven't been that many. Neither team has really had the yellow floating in their direction too often.
Inside handoff. There's Rios again. Smelling that end zone. Gets pushed out of bounds by number 32, Jason Wissinger. Looks like inside the 5 from here. Get the official spot.
Somerset again comes to the line without huddling.
Yeah, at the 4-yard line.
Now the players are getting their call from the quarterback. Sets him in motion to the left.
Nice tackle by Corey Colbert chasing him down. Mentioned his name a couple times tonight. He was the recipient of a quite unusual 2-point conversion play in the first half, and then you've seen him all over the field making some tackles.
2nd and goal. Ball's at the 7-yard line. Somerset comes up to the line. Sets wide left, wide right. 2 men behind the quarterback. Shotgun formation.
Gives it to Hyde, trying to drag a defender towards the end zone. It is a touchdown signaled by the official on the near side here.
Dustin Hyde in for the touchdown.
Great effort by Dustin Hyde
Absolutely.
to fight for those extra yards and score.
Once again, Somerset lines up for a 2-point conversion attempt. They're going to throw for it this time.
Oh, great read on that ball. That's a nice play. Looks like Jared Mangus playing corner position there. And Somerset tried to go to quick slant, and Mangus kind of undercut the route and was able to break it up. Nice read.
So with 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go, the scores: Forest Hills Rangers 34, the Somerset Golden Eagles 14. This game, of course, will be tape delayed and broadcast on the Ranger station, channel 182, later on. But for a point of reference, we are broadcasting this game, broadcasting this game for Forest Hills the same day that the Carolinas are being hit by Hurricane Florence. And our thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to the devastation that's occurring down there. Hopefully, things will work out for the best in the long run for all those poor folks down there.
Amen.
And we're getting rain here, yes, but we're not in Carolina.
The lead is 20. You're still kicking it deep here, though, right?
I think so. 4:58 to go with a kicker like Pucci. I think that's going to happen.
No, it's a little tweener.
Yeah, and nice.
Mangus does a smart thing there, just kind of fall on the ball. Don't want to make a mistake and give Somerset the ball back.
Hey, great field position there at the 38-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remaining for Somerset. I don't know if they would necessarily try to burn them to get the ball back, but you never know. I mean, sometimes the score isn't what you're thinking about in a game like this. What I mean is maybe there's a part of the offense that Somerset's coach wants to see that he didn't get to see yet, a different wrinkle that they've worked on in practice. Why not give it a shot against live competition? Maybe there's a player that he wants to see perform at a different spot. So those are some of the things people might. Oh, Fylock dropped the ball.
Looks like a Ranger fell on it.
Looks like a Ranger did fall on it.
2nd down. Yes, recovered by Forest Hills.
Back to that point, those are some things that maybe a casual observer of a game that's what you would call a blowout or easily in hand, maybe don't take into consideration is what the coach knows about the boys on his sideline and who he wants to see perform or who's earned a spot at practice that just didn't get a look in a game yet. And you think, why are you calling a timeout? Why are we doing this when the game is easily over? It's because these are people in these helmets, and you're trying to do what you can and what's right for them.
Good job, stand down.
Great play. Shope refused to go down, made a nice catch on the ball, took it down for first down yardage, puts the ball in play about the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rangers.
If anything, you want to stay inbounds there, but
yeah, well,
he tried.
Yeah,
he tried to. Wouldn't go down though. Great night for Shope.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, and the whole Ranger offense. 4:02 to go. Fyok on the carry, picks up about 2. You know, what you were saying too, Scott, about the reasons for keeping the effort going. Sometimes the mental aspect, besides watching all the kids and how they're doing everything else, coach might want to give the message to the kids that, hey, we never quit. We're not done until the clock has all zeros on it, and we're going to play up as hard as we can right to the very end. So, you know, that message comes through now, and he's got a young squad. They may remember that next year whenever they're, you know, fighting for championships. Fyok reverses his field.
Hang on to that. It's like a horse collar tackle. Is that a thing in high school?
Oh, yes, it is.
I thought so.
But that didn't fit all of the criteria for a horse collar tackle. But it was, he did have him from behind. All right. Picked up first down yardage, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Cesare in the first string offense still on the field. 10 seconds on the play clock, and Adam Cesare appears to be in no hurry. Watching that play clock, as a smart quarterback would do, snaps it with 3 seconds on the play clock.
Fyok again, tackled by number 21. This time down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Nice tackle by Zylstra. Riley Zylstra was a junior and 6'3" defensive lineman.
Yeah, we got to look at him in pregame warm-ups. Remember, Coach was talking about number 21 and what a great camp, what a great preseason, and kind of a real pleasant surprise that contributor he's been to this Eagle team, and definitely a big part of what they want to do next year.
He'll be back. Siri on a keeper. Takes it down to the 20-yard line.
Close to a first down.
I'm going to say about a yard short. One minute and 45 seconds on a turning clock, and I think once again we'll see Cesare snap the ball with under 5 seconds to go on the play clock. 34-14, a minute and a half to go. That snap occurred with 2 seconds to run up the middle.
That's Tony Zengalia. Does get the first down yardage.
That might just be all that they need. I think you need to get 2 more plays. Oh, we have a timeout on the field.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You look at Coach Myers over on the sideline there. Looks like he's rallying a second group, a second unit to make a sweeping wholesale change here, get a whole new offensive unit on the field to take a snap. Now, look, I don't blame them at all if they go out there and run a play.
Absolutely.
In no way is that unsportsmanlike or anything. These are kids that come to practice and work hard every day too, and get to take some varsity snaps, and Somerset understands that.
And they're going to probably do the same thing.
No matter who you have out there, no matter what the score is, you never ask people to not play hard. And we've touched on that all night. It's still, I'm trying to move the ball and you're trying to stop me from moving the ball. Sportsmanship comes into play when you're talking about play calling and, running a score up unnecessarily. You never, ever want to tell a kid to change his effort.
Absolutely. They're going to go out there, and each play they're going to play hard. It's up to the coach to make the necessary substitutions. When they're in there, they have to play hard.
We got Zach Myers now under center. Takes the inside handoff.
Chase Hudson on the carry. First carry of the night around the right side. Picks up about a nice 4 or 5 yard gain.
Honestly, though, from Jim and Scott, from down here, our guys look so tiny compared to those other big ones. Oh my goodness! I mean, there's just such a difference. Look at this when they line up.
They're still growing.
I know. As a mom, my worry.
Well,
They'll
Kim,
be fine.
You only have 35 seconds to worry, Kim.
Okay.
They have helmets. Handoff goes to Hudson again. You know he wants that end zone. He won't go down.
And he has
Touchdown. Good for him. Not just good for Connor Hudson, good for that new offensive line. Everybody that got to participate that and celebrate a touchdown.
Yes.
They're not easy to come by, guys. Enjoy it.
Give him that ball.
Give him the ball. We would now be down 14 footballs tonight if Kim Hostetler were in running things. Maybe we should start a
Mr.
football fund.
Geronda's right here beside me. I should ask him.
Ask him why we don't give footballs away.
Mr. Geronda, why don't we give the footballs to the guys whenever they score a touchdown? Yes, like let them keep them. Oh, because they're $90 a piece. Did you hear that?
$90. Excuses.
Oh, come on,
Excuses.
Joe.
Cesare back in to attempt the extra point kick. Snap is true.
Oh, the truth hurts. Sometimes
And
it's all about the
kick
bottom
is true.
line, right? And tonight's bottom line is a convincing Ranger victory. 41-14.
With 25 seconds to go in the game.
Real nice win for a lot of people here tonight. A lot of people contributed to this victory.
I'm not exactly sure of the record of Forest Hills versus Somerset over the past, but I know that it is heavily in favor of the Rangers.
Yeah.
Although there have been years when Somerset had the upper hand. Their state finalist team did a great job that year, and they will be back. And you know as well as I, high school football many times runs in cycles, and the swing from one year to the next could be great.
It could be great, which that's the perfect segue to what Coach Bailey has done here. The swings have not been great from year to year. The level of consistency has been great from year to year. Maybe you're not, obviously you're not winning championships every year, but at least a winning record.
Or competing for those championships.
Competing for those championships. You rarely see, quote unquote, a down year at Forest Hills. Its level of consistency is remarkable.
Great return by number 2 from Somerset. That would be Sam DeBlaze.
Look at these guys coming on the field now. They get to play a defensive snap. Look at these clean uniforms coming on the field. They can't wait.
Yep.
Somebody wants to make a tackle.
And with 46 years of experience, you were talking about Coach Bailey, every year now, the last couple of years, people are speculating, how many years will Coach Bailey go? Well, he said earlier, I still get butterflies. I'm still excited about this. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but he still enjoys this. And you just never know when he's going to say, I'm going to walk away from this. I think he still loves it. I think he's having a good time with it. And obviously, he's still being very successful.
Right.
With the substitution of going on now, the mass substitution you were talking about, Forest Hills had an extra player out there. They all wanted to try to get on there, and so there's a 5-yard penalty there for the Rangers. 18 seconds to go. Somerset with the ball for a final play or two.
Oh, somebody got some penetration, made a great play. It's number 34. Brady Sikora making his presence felt in the Somerset backfield to put a bow on this victory for Forest Hills.
what a great 41-14 win for the Rangers. We'll do a real quick recap of the scoring. First quarter, 22 seconds to go. Cesare to show up a 35-yard touchdown pass and a 2-point conversion pass from Cesare to Colbert. In the second quarter with 7:59 on the clock, a 12-yard run by Cesare. The extra point failed. 1 minute and 48 seconds to go in the second. Dylan Fialk on a beautiful 35-yard run around the left end. The kick was missed. And with 7.6 seconds to go in the half, Cesare a 3-yard run for the to close out the first half. In the third quarter, Fialk on a 3-yard run, Cesare the kick with 10 minutes and 22 seconds to go. And then for Somerset, their first scorer, Hyde on a 45-yard run, a beautiful run. Rios had a run for the conversion, set the score at 34-8. At 4 minutes and 58 seconds of the fourth quarter, Dustin Hyde, another touchdown, a 3-yard run. The conversion pass was incomplete. Score was 34-14. To set the final, Chase Hudson with 25 seconds to go. A nice run, and Cesare the kick. Final score, Forest Hills 41-14. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jim Lashinsky here with my son Scott. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast, and congratulations to the Forest Hills Rangers for their win over Somerset.
Just real quick, from where we started tonight, thank you for all the people that helped with the tailgate party before the game. So many hands involved to make this event not just about football, but about the Forest Hills community. We thank all those, and as always, we are proud to be a Forest Hills Ranger.
And thank you so much to Jay Elias and Kim Hudson and our camera people for the great work they've done. And good night from Forest Hills.
All right, joining me right now is Adam Cesare, obviously the quarterback for Forest Hills. Adam, awesome game today. Seemed like everything came together for this game.
It did, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we played really well. We faced two very tough opponents in the first 3 weeks. Probably the two top teams in the league. We battled with them without a doubt, and then finally we got a team that was obviously very competitive, but we put it all together, and when we put it all together, we're going to be up in the top of the league too.
Exactly. And what about next week? Who are we facing?
We play Bishop McCourt. Bishop McCourt's 0-4. They're a very tough team, though. They haven't lost by a lot of points. They lost to these guys by 3. They lost to Cambria Heights by 1. I mean, Richland beat them pretty good, but Richland is very good. And the other game, they lost to Bedford, who we beat 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, we're going to have our hands full because it's down there. It's always a hostile place to go. It's a little weird, too, playing on a baseball field. Sometimes it just confuses you a little bit. So I guess we'll have to have another good week of practice and see how it goes from there.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Adam, and your future plans. I know this is really looking far ahead, but I know you're a senior this year, and you obviously have a scholarship, I believe, to Wake Forest.
I'm going to go continue my baseball and academic career at Wake Forest, pending on this June's MLB draft. There's a chance if I get if certain things happen that I can have the opportunity to go straight into the minor leagues. That we'll have to see next June, but if not, I'll be headed to North Carolina, play in the warm weather all year, and have a good time down there.
Wow, you are such a talented young man, and I certainly wish you all the best, Adam. Congratulations on the win tonight.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, I think that's it for all the play here at G.H. Miller Field. Thankfully, the rain has stopped, and we're going to start tearing it down here. We thank you so very much for joining us. Again, good night, Forest Hills.